Only a fool learns from his own mistakes, the wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Fools learn from experience, I prefer to learn from the experience of others. God has a special providence for fools, drunkards, and the United States of America. People never lie so much as before an election, during a war, or after a hunt. Never believe anything in politics, until it has been officially denied. When you want to fool the world, tell the truth. Preventive war is like committing suicide, out of fear of death. Laws are like sausages, it's better not to see them being made. It is the destiny of the weak, to be devoured by the strong. Be polite, write diplomatically, even in a declaration of war, one observes the rules of politeness. Faust complained about having 2 souls in his breast, but I harbor a whole crowd of them, and they quarrel, it is like being in a republic. Man cannot control the current of events, he can only float with them and steer. The great questions of the day will not be settled by means of speeches and majority decisions, but by iron and blood. Fools say that they learn by experience, I prefer to profit by others' experience. Hounds follow those who feed them. Politics are not a science based on logic, they are the capacity of always choosing at each instant, in constantly changing situations, the least harmful, the most useful. The main thing is to make history, not to write it. The statesman's task is to hear God's footsteps marching through history, and to try and catch on to his coattails as he marches past. People never lie so much as after a hunt, during a war, or before an election. Politics ruins the character. We live in a wondrous time, in which the strong is weak because of his scruples, and the weak grows strong because of his audacity. Not by speeches and votes of the majority, are the great questions of the time decided, that was the error of 1848 and 1849, but by iron and blood. If there is ever another war in Europe, it will come out of some damned silly thing in the Balkans. An appeal to fear never finds an echo in German hearts. Politics is the art of the possible, the science of the relative. Politics is not an exact science. The Balkans aren't worth the life of a single Pomeranian grenadier. Life is like being at the dentist. You always think that the worst is still to come, and yet it is over already. A conquering army on the border will not be stopped by eloquence. Political judgment is the ability to hear the distant hoofbeats of the horse of history. In order to retain a certain respect for sausages and laws, one must not see them being made. The life of a man is like a game of chess, which he plays according to his art. What we learn from history is that no one learns from history. That which is imposing here, on earth, has always something of the quality of the fallen angel, who is beautiful but without peace, great in his conceptions and exertions but without success, proud and lonely. Woe to the leader, whose arguments at the end of a war are not as plausible as they were at the beginning. Lord takes care of babes, fools, and the United States. A rich society must care for the poor. The position of Prussia in Germany will not be determined by its liberalism, but by its power. If this political business teaches you one thing, it is that you can be as wise as the wise men of this world, and yet you always wander into the next minute, like a child into the dark. The greatest burden for the working class is uncertainty of life. They can never be certain that they will have a job, or that they will have health and the ability to work. We cannot protect a man from all sickness and misfortune. Not through speeches and majority decisions will the great questions of the day be decided, but by iron and blood. Moreover, I still hold that the principle of universal suffrage is a just one, not only in theory but also in practice, provided always that voting be not secret, for secrecy is a quality that is indeed incompatible with the best characteristics of German blood. Criticism can only be exercised through the medium of a free press and parliaments in the modern sense of the term. Both correctives may easily weaken, and finally lose their efficacy, if they abuse their powers. To avert this is one of the tasks of a conservative policy, which cannot be accomplished without a struggle with Parliament and press.